Hello, good evening, anyone, everyone. This is excuse me, a little impromptu. Uh, I'm recording this actually. I just got in from work, but I've been trying to keep up with what's going on. I was a little confused about certain things, but now I'm getting it. And so the title of this show is "What is this? Bash Angel Week?" Um, I'm just getting a little annoyed about it, to be honest. I feel this way. Mark, as much as I love you, I disagree with what you said on your video. She's not a horrible person, a nasty person, and all of this and that. You know, um, I just feel like you're being guided by other channels. Certain people have their thoughts on her. I know you've watched certain things, but you've never really had a conversation with her to say that. And I think it's unfair. And I'll tell you why I think it's unfair is because she, like myself, we've been bashed on here for 2 years. Everything you can think of has been said about that woman's family. Everything you can possibly think of. Every dirty, disgusting thing. Her daughter, her mother, her brothers, her dead father, her dead little brother. You know, 2 years she's been putting up with this. And so, I want to say when it's 2 years like that, some people just want a little peace. Now, that doesn't make her a horrible person, nasty person. Maybe she lost her temper. Maybe she's fed up of people telling her what to do and who to have on her show and what she should do or not do. It's her channel. She can have on there whoever she wants. I don't always, quite honestly, there's several people on there that I would never entertain in a million years. However, it's her choice. It's not my channel. So I can choose, if I see them there, I can choose whether to go in or not, you know, and just the same way everybody else can. So I don't think she should be berated and ridiculed because I don't know if that guy was in her chat. I really don't. I went in a little bit yesterday, but I wasn't in there very long. Just said hey to everybody and whatever. I don't know if he was in there or okay, his people are in there. What does it matter? You don't have to interact with them. It's really up to her. So I think it was a little unfair what you said. She's gone through hell the last 2 years. She really, really has. And it'll take a strong. I haven't seen one man on here that has stood up the way she has. Not one man has stood up and put up with the crap that she's put up with. They usually run away or whatever. No, she stayed where she is, and she sticks by what she wants to do. And the other thing about that, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Brittany, I heard your show, a little bit of it. Um, First thing I want to say about that is she has had you on her show. When everybody hated you, she had you on. And she let you say your piece along with Amzi, as I recall. Okay? So she didn't care then who hated you, who didn't hate you. She let you on there to speak your piece. She's not a fan of NB. She let NB on there. And she said a piece many a time. It doesn't mean that that makes her anything. And not so long ago, in fact, a few weeks ago, you were up there calling her every filthy name I can think of, along with her daughter. And so now you want to say, oh, she's entertaining the Ripper and he said all this stuff about her. Well, so did you. So why do you think she's going to listen to what you have to say? She's not. And I'm not being funny here. I'm just saying it as I see it. You had plenty to say about her daughter it would, frankly, I remember I did that video. I think I took it down now, but you know, I don't know how you can say that when she's had you on a show, when everybody really hated you. She didn't care. She let you talk. She gave you a platform. And now, okay, a lot of people hate this guy, but I don't think he's necessarily been on a show, has he? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. But if she's made some kind of peace with him, I'm no fan of his. Everybody knows that. I've got my ongoing thing with him. And don't think I've forgotten about Don Berlin. I haven't. It's one thing at a time, taking care of this first. However, I'm not a fan of his, but I'm not going to berate her because she decides to, make peace with him and he's in a chat. Who cares? It's my choice not to be in there, or I can be in there. I don't have to interact. Neither does anybody else. The only people that I feel have a legitimate gripe in this instance is Maddie and the Zeos. A lot of what he said made sense as far as, okay, you can make peace. You go your way, I go mine. It doesn't mean, you start paneling them and stuff like that. I get why they're upset about that because they have defended her from day one. And, but she's also defended them. And, so it's a wash, really, but I understand they're upset more than anybody else that's had their 2 cents to say. They're upset, I get, because, they have defended her and it's kind of like she's chosen that over them when they've, been a staunch supporter for the last couple of years, actually. So I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, it's her channel. She can have who she wants on, at the end of the day, or whoever she wants in the chat. Now, there are a lot of people that don't like it and they're voicing that. I'm hearing that. But at the same time, then you don't have to be in there, and that's Angel's choice. She's the one that decides whether to take that risk of losing, really loyal followers and whatever. That's her choice. And yeah, there are people that are just interested in the Gotti name and be, surrounded by everything Gotti. There are people like that, but at the same time, there are people that are normal, that look at her as a woman and a normal woman. She's a mother, she's a wife, and you might not agree with her decisions, but that's her decision, and she's allowed to make her decision. It's her channel, and that's how I feel about it. Now, as far as this fight with her nephew, again, I'm going to say it's her nephew. What do you want her to do? She's supposed to get up there and say, oh, yeah, he sucked. Not that I think he sucked. I'm just saying, what do you want her to say? It's her nephew. She's going to defend him to the death, as any one of you would with one of your family members. If it was one of your family members up there, you're going to root for your family member, whether they won or lost. I don't know what people don't understand about that, but it doesn't make her a horrible woman and a nasty woman and oh, blah, 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 blah. And quite honestly, Brittany, I just think you're the last one that should talk about that, because she has had you on a show. You've said some foul, nasty things, equally as bad as the Ripper that you're accusing of, this, that, and the third, which he has done. I'm not going to say he hasn't. But what you had to say a couple of weeks ago, or a week or so ago, whenever the hell it was, wasn't any better. So, that's what I have to say about that. Angel, actually, what I want to really say is, she's called stupid, dumb, she doesn't, blah, blah, blah. Angel is far from stupid. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. She is her father's daughter. Okay? And that old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Think about that. She's not stupid. There's a method in her supposed madness. There's a method in it. And it might be just to keep the peace or to get along with it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's her channel. She can do what she wants. There are people on here that have done way, way worse without mentioning any names. We all know who they are. So this keep bashing Angel every 2 seconds is getting on my nerves. It really is. She hasn't done anything wrong here. Okay, you don't agree with some of her decisions. You don't have to. I don't, and I'm sure she doesn't agree with some of mine. But that doesn't make her nasty and horrible and this, that, and the third. Yeah, sometimes she loses her temper. I think she might be a Taurus. I'm a Taurus, so I kind of get her. I think she might be. I could be wrong. But, I'm a Taurus. I lose my temper, and as quickly as I lose it, I can calm down. And, how many times have I forgiven people on here? I've forgiven Pizza, I don't know how many times. Johnny Mac, I don't know how many times. Even FBS. You can forgive things, but you can't forget them. That doesn't make you best friends. It can mean that you just want some peace and be cordial. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, the fact that, she's got certain people running around her chat, hey, if people don't like it, just don't go in. You can still press the like button, but you don't have to participate. It's really, really that simple. And I'm just tired of everyone jumping on her for something really, it's mine, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. She's been bashed for 2 whole years. And when I say bashed, I don't just mean called a name or two. She's been dragged over the freaking coals. And it's enough already. Leave the woman alone. If she wants to have Jack the Ripper in her chat, she can. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a good night. I'll see you all Saturday. I'm going to do a live with MRE. We're going to be talking about Fred and Rose West. It's a very interesting story. There are serial killers, more recent serial killers in London. And this YouTube nonsense is going to be to the side. But I'm telling you, leave the woman alone. Give her like 5 minutes. Good Lord. Every time you turn around, somebody's bashing her. Because why? Oh, she's got someone in the chat you don't like. Like I said, the only people I feel, really have a gripe here would be Manny and the Zeos, because they've totally defended her. Everybody else, I don't think, has the right to say what they're saying. They've never had a real conversation with her. Well, Brittany has. I think you've been on her show. But Mark, I think before you call her, say what you were saying about her, maybe have a conversation with her, talk to her, see who she is. She's not like you describe at all. Okay. Anyway, take care, everyone, and see you Saturday.